Yes, people. Today, doing a match preview. Everton-Chelsea, reuniting with our old friend KDH, Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall. I'm excited for this one. This is where Chelsea can put our foot down, get back on track, and finish December properly. So, we're going to be facing a David Moyes Everton side who have found a little bit of form lately. So, Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall, I think he was a good squad player for Chelsea. He played well for us, is what I would say. He came on, did his job, got out. You know, I think Everton is a great side for him to be in. Same with the likes of Jack Grealish. I think they both made a very good and smart move going over to Everton. And if we look at the table right now, Everton is just 1 point behind Chelsea in 7th. And when I say they found their form, their most recent 5 fixtures have been a 3-0 win against Forest, 1-0 against Bournemouth, who seem to have fallen off of a cliff. They did go 4-1 against Everton, where I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, Dewsbury-Hall scored a banger. And then a 1-0 against United with 10 men. Self-inflicted, smacking of the own player, red card, in the 13th minute, if I'm not mistaken. And they still finish it out 1-0. And then 2-0 against Fulham. And a tie before that, 1-1 against Sunderland. So Everton has found their form. They aren't getting battered. I would say the two cases where this didn't happen would be against Tottenham and Newcastle, but they are competing with the big dogs and all the other dogs. So let's get right into what I want to see. I know I watched the Maresca press conference this morning. Wesley Fofana, good. He's fine. Got the little eye injury, but he's good after that match. Cole Palmer is fit. Do I think he'll start? I don't know. But with, if I'm not mistaken as well, Chelsea's next match after Everton is Cardiff City. So I would really love to see a strong lineup go out there. I think it's time to get some boys some minutes, some well-deserved minutes. We need to get out to Everton and destroy them. So I am going to go for a big one at the Bridge tomorrow. But yeah, let's get right into it. I think Maresca's confident we're going to get back on track. I think the boys are confident that we're going to get back on track. Chalobah was urging unity. So I think the Bridge is going to be rocking tomorrow. Everton is a side that we have struggled against historically. 16 wins for Chelsea, 9 draws, 10 wins for Everton. But tomorrow we're going to make that 17. Chelsea's lineup. Robert Sanchez. He's undroppable, man. He's undroppable. The errors that we're making that are leading to goals, I think all comes down to the defense. I think the defense has been poor as of late. But I don't think it's Robert Sanchez's fault. I know we're speaking about Mike Maignan again and all that, but honestly, it makes me uncomfortable because I think Robert Sanchez has found his form. He's found his voice in the back. So I think he'll do fine. He will do fine. He's going to be the starting goalkeeper. If we go for a Mike Maignan or anybody else, I think it's going to be hard to displace Robert Sanchez. Because just because it's Mike Maignan and historically he's a good goalkeeper, doesn't mean he's going to take over a spot. Moving on, I think we're going to switch things up a little bit. Might be a good time to get some key players a rest, but at the same time still field a strong 11 and maybe switch it on, make some substitutions later in the match to get some boys some minutes, finish out the game. So right back to left back. We're going to go Malo Gusto I think he's been fantastic as of late. I don't know what Maresca was thinking against Atalanta, putting him in like a 10 position. But, I'm not mad at Gusto playing in that position. I think he's got what it takes going forward besides a finish. Um, and some bad decision making at time. I know there's a screenshot from last season maybe where it looked like he was like one-on-one with a defender and he held the ball up. So, I don't know. I think Malo's got it. Trust. And if you need someone to put a slide tackle in, Malo's got you. So we're going to do Malo. I think Achempong's been really good as of late. So I'm going to say Fofana, Achempong at the back. I would like to see Joral Hato play left back. And I know that this doesn't sound like a strong lineup right off the bat, to be honest. But I think the boys are going to get their chances and they're gonna be able to prove themselves, and this is the game to do it. So Joral Hato at left back. We're going to be fielding a strong midfield, but different from what we like to play. I think we're going to see an Andre Santos, Caicedo, and Enzo in front. Do I want to see Cole Palmer in the 10? Yes. I think Enzo deserves a rest. His first half against Atalanta was horrid. Same with Marc Cucurella, who didn't have the greatest game. So I would like to see some changes, and I think it's because these players need some rest. I think they're burnt out. So in that sense, you know what? We're actually going to switch that. We're going to go Palmer to start in the 10. And yeah, Joral Hato is going to stay at left back. Because I think it's much needed. I don't want to see these boys going out and stinking it up against Everton. So we need some guys that are going to bring some energy, and I think that's what's going to do it. So moving on, Estevao should get the start in this game. He should. Steve-O. He really, really should. This is a game for him to create and terrorize Everton. Put shots on goal, do what he does best, and beat defenders, and get to the byline and make things happen. So Estevao should get the start. He should. I'm conflicted though because we have Cardiff in a couple days, so it'll probably just be Neto, Garnacho. Same old, same old. I think Garnacho was favored on the left wing position for some of these big games. I don't know what happened with Atalanta. That was a Champions League game. It's a big game. Garnacho was a threat when he came on. I think it's going to be Garnacho on the left. And striker. Man. Delap is out. Only good things to say in the press conference from Maresca, though. It sounds like Delap's doing well. He's going to lunch, dinner, breakfast with all the boys, doing what he should be doing, and looking to get back as soon as he can. He hasn't had a good run of form, truly at all yet. He's had a Champions League goal in a 3-0 victory, but against Barcelona. But it was a bit of a tap-in. He's got red cards, injuries. He needs to find it, but obviously he's not going to start. I think Mark Yu gets his chance. I think we got to play a much more traditional way. João Pedro could be up top. I'd like to see Mark Yu though. I think this is a perfect game for him. Don't give the center backs any time. Don't give Everton any time to move the ball around and do what they want to do. They're going to come out with a low block. They're going to defend. They're going to counter with Tierno Barry and Di, Dewsbury-Hall, Grealish, and those are threats. But if you don't give them any time to build from the back, they might not be able to do it. They might not be able to have that whole style of play, and they're going to be looking to just counterattack. So I think Mark Yu, Garna, Neto, or Estevao can keep that high press going and kind of keep Everton quiet at the back from creating any build-ups or doing anything that way. So that's what I would like to see. Obviously, I could be so wrong in what I'm saying, and João Pedro gets a start. He's going to play in a false 9. We're not going to create anything. But I do want to say, if João Pedro's on the pitch, Estevao should be on the pitch with him. because Estevao creates, and Joao Pedro's a little bit of a runner into the box. So if Cole Palmer and Estevao are on the same side as Joao Pedro, I think we can get the best of Joao Pedro. Same with Liam Delap. And Mark Yu, he's just right now, he's a bull. He just runs. Football terrorist, which I'm not mad at. I think he's got the striker position down as well. I think he can make really, really good runs. Finishing could be questionable because he's a young and experienced striker. But yeah, so that's that. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Chelsea needs some damn points this December. Some goddamn points, brother. We're going to go over the rest of the fixtures for the month for Chelsea. So we've got Everton, Cardiff, Newcastle, Villa, Bournemouth. Bournemouth a second time. They have to be wins. Cardiff, we're going to field a little bit of a weaker side, so we can field the strongest 11 that we have against Newcastle. And then we've got a week break over Christmas for Villa. So I think the boys are going to be up for all these games. Newcastle scares me though. Nick Voltemada, he's a baller. One of my favorite players in the Premier League right now. So yeah, I think tomorrow we're going to end in 2-0. Now my backup prediction was 3-2 because I think Everton is a threat. And I really don't want to go with a loss. I really don't want to predict a loss at all. So we're gonna keep it with Chelsea winning ways. I don't know if I could predict a loss or a draw in any of these games. Newcastle and Villa scare me. So there's a possibility for one of those games for a loss or a draw. Will I predict a loss or a draw? I don't know, maybe. But I think Chelsea's really got to come into our own. Hopefully Levi Colwill comes back at some point, man. I just want him alive and well to lead this center back and defensive line. I think when Wes Fofana and Levi Colwill can play a center back together, we're gonna look the part. The next Gabriel and William Saliba, if I may. So yeah, that's what it looks like. I've got good feelings about this one. Maresca's got good feelings about this one. I'm sure the boys do as well. So I think it's going to be a party at the bridge tomorrow. So if you guys do enjoy the content, please like, comment, subscribe, drop your hype points. Do everything you can. I'm trying to blow this up. I do enjoy doing this. I know I'm just a silly American from New York, but if you guys do enjoy it, please show your support, show your comments, give me your opinion on what you think is going to happen. I think Cardiff next Tuesday, I'm going to go live for that one, so hopefully we'll have some people in attendance there. But again, like, comment, subscribe, drop your hype points, give me your opinion, let me know. I like chatting it up with you people. So yeah, see you boys in the next one. Match review.